In just a few decades, the Mongol Empire grew incredibly fast. It was an unprecedented expansion that left historians in awe. The speed and scale at which the Mongols conquered vast territories were unlike anything the world had ever seen before. It became the biggest empire ever seen on land. Stretching across continents, it dwarfed all previous empires in sheer size. The Mongol Empire's reach was so extensive that it connected the East and the West in ways that had never been possible before. From Eastern Europe to Asia, the Mongols controlled a huge area. Their empire spanned thousands of miles, encompassing a diverse range of cultures, languages, and landscapes. This vast territory included everything from the steppes of Central Asia to the bustling cities of China and the fertile plains of Eastern Europe. This massive empire was all connected. The Mongols established a network of trade routes and communication lines that linked the farthest corners of their domain. This connectivity allowed for the efficient movement of goods, people, and information across the empire. Imagine traveling from one end to the other. It would have been an incredible journey, taking you through a variety of terrains and cultures. The famous Silk Road, which flourished under Mongol rule, was a key route that facilitated trade and cultural exchange between the East and the West. This was the Silk Road, and trade flourished under Mongol rule. The Mongols provided protection and stability along these routes, encouraging merchants and travelers to move freely and conduct business. This led to an unprecedented flow of goods, ideas, and technologies between different parts of the world. Different cultures met and exchanged ideas. The Mongol Empire was a melting pot of civilizations where scholars, artists, and traders from various backgrounds came together. This cultural exchange enriched the empire and left a lasting impact on the regions it connected. At its peak, the Mongol Empire was home to a quarter of the world's people. This immense population included a wide array of ethnic groups and communities, all living under the rule of the Mongols. The empire's ability to govern such a diverse population is a testament to its administrative efficiency. That's a lot of people living under one empire. The Mongols managed to maintain order and stability across their vast territories, allowing for the coexistence of different cultures and traditions. This unity under a single rule was one of the empire's most remarkable achievements. This incredible story began in 1206. It was in this year that a charismatic and visionary leader emerged, setting the stage for the rise of the Mongol Empire. His name would become synonymous with conquest and empire building. This is when Genghis Khan, a powerful leader, united the Mongol tribes. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategy, and sheer force, he brought together the various nomadic tribes of the Mongolian steppes, forging them into a formidable and unified force. He had big plans for his people. Genghis Khan envisioned a vast empire that would stretch beyond the borders of Mongolia, encompassing the known world. His ambitions were matched by his strategic genius and his ability to inspire loyalty among his followers, and he knew just how to achieve them. Genghis Khan's military tactics were revolutionary, combining speed, mobility, and psychological warfare to devastating effect. His leadership transformed the Mongol army into an unstoppable force. Genghis Khan's armies were strong and smart. They were highly disciplined and well-organized, capable of executing complex maneuvers on the battlefield. Their ability to adapt to different combat situations made them a formidable opponent. They used horses and bows with amazing skill. The Mongol warriors were expert horsemen and archers, able to shoot accurately while riding at full speed. This combination of mobility and firepower gave them a significant advantage over their enemies. They were masters of psychological warfare too. The Mongols used fear as a weapon, spreading terror among their enemies through their reputation for ruthlessness and their use of deceptive tactics. This psychological edge often led to the swift surrender of opposing forces. The Mongols even had a special law code called the Yasa. This code established rules and regulations that helped maintain order and discipline within the empire. It covered everything from military conduct to civil administration, ensuring that the empire functioned smoothly. It helped them rule their vast empire effectively. The Yasa provided a framework for governance that allowed the Mongols to manage their diverse and expansive territories. This legal system was a key factor in the stability and longevity of the empire. So how did the Mongols do it? How did they manage to build and sustain such a vast empire? The answer lies in their unique combination of military prowess, strategic vision, and effective governance. How did they build such a huge empire in such a short time? The Mongols' ability to rapidly expand their territory was due to their innovative tactics, their ability to adapt to different challenges, and their relentless pursuit of their goals. Let's learn more about these incredible conquerors. Their story is one of ambition, innovation, and unparalleled success. Join us as we delve deeper into the history of the Mongol Empire and uncover the secrets behind their extraordinary achievements. Before Genghis Khan, the Mongols were many tribes. These tribes were scattered across the vast steppes of Central Asia, each with its own leader and way of life. They were a nomadic people, constantly on the move in search of better pastures for their herds. They were always moving and often fought each other. Tribal conflicts were common and alliances were fragile and temporary. The Mongols were fierce warriors, but their constant infighting prevented them from becoming a significant power. But Genghis Khan had a vision. He wanted to unite the Mongols under one banner. He saw the potential for greatness if the tribes could come together and work as one. His dream was to create a unified Mongol nation that could stand strong against any enemy. Born as Temujin, his early life was tough. He faced many challenges from a young age, including the death of his father and the betrayal of his family by their allies. These hardships only made him more determined to succeed. He saw betrayal and hardship. These experiences taught him valuable lessons about trust, loyalty, and the harsh realities of life. They shaped his character and prepared him for the immense task that lay ahead. These experiences shaped him into a strong and shrewd leader. He learned to be strategic and to think several steps ahead of his enemies. His ability to adapt and overcome obstacles became one of his greatest strengths. He knew how to inspire loyalty and obedience. His charisma and leadership skills drew people to him, and he was able to build a loyal following. His men respected him and were willing to follow him into any battle. In 1206, he achieved his goal. He united the Mongol tribes. This was no small feat, as it required not only military prowess but also diplomatic skill and the ability to forge alliances. They declared him Genghis Khan, the Great Khan or Oceanic ruler. This title reflected his vast ambitions and the scope of his power. It was a momentous occasion that marked the beginning of a new era for the Mongol people. His leadership was key to the Mongols' success. He was not only a brilliant military strategist but also a visionary leader who could see the bigger picture. His ability to plan and execute complex campaigns was unparalleled. He was a brilliant military strategist. His innovative tactics and strategies allowed the Mongols to defeat much larger and more established armies. He revolutionized warfare with his use of speed, mobility, and psychological warfare. Genghis Khan also understood the importance of loyalty and discipline. He knew that a well-disciplined army was essential for success. He instilled a sense of duty and loyalty in his troops, which made them a formidable force. He created a powerful army, loyal to him and ready to conquer. This army became the backbone of his empire and was instrumental in his many conquests. Their loyalty to Genghis Khan was unwavering, but he wasn't just a warrior. Genghis Khan was also a clever ruler. He understood that to maintain his empire, he needed more than just military might. He needed to establish a system of governance that would ensure stability and order. Genghis Khan was also a clever ruler. He surrounded himself with wise advisors and was open to new ideas. He was willing to learn from other cultures and incorporate their best practices into his own administration. He knew that laws were necessary to keep order in his growing empire. He implemented a legal code that applied to all his subjects, regardless of their background. This helped to create a sense of unity and fairness within his empire. The Mongols were incredible warriors, known for their unmatched prowess on the battlefield. They were masters of horseback riding and archery, a combination that made them a formidable force. They could ride for days, covering vast distances without tiring, which allowed them to outmaneuver their enemies. This incredible endurance made them super fast and mobile on the battlefield, striking fear into the hearts of their opponents. Their accuracy with bows and arrows was legendary, able to hit targets with pinpoint precision. They could hit targets from horseback, even at a full gallop, showcasing their incredible skill and training. Imagine trying to fight against that, an enemy that could strike from a distance with deadly accuracy while remaining almost untouchable. But the Mongols were more than just skilled warriors. They were also strategic masterminds. They were masters of psychological warfare, using fear as a weapon to weaken their enemies before even engaging in battle. Before attacking a city, they would often send messengers ahead to offer terms of surrender. They offered the people a choice: surrender and be spared, or resist and face complete destruction. The Mongols often exaggerated the size of their army, creating an illusion of an unstoppable force. They spread rumors of their ruthlessness and invincibility, which only added to the fear they inspired. This created fear and often led to cities surrendering without a fight, preferring to avoid the wrath of the Mongol horde. This strategy was very effective, allowing the Mongols to achieve victory with minimal resistance. It allowed the Mongols to conquer vast territories with less bloodshed, expanding their empire rapidly and efficiently. Genghis Khan knew that laws were essential to keep his vast empire together. He couldn't rely on just military strength. That's why he created the Yasa Code. The Yasa was a set of laws and customs. It dictated how people should live and behave in the Mongol Empire. The Yasa covered many aspects of life. It had rules for everything from trade to religion, from theft to adultery. One of the Yasa's most important principles was religious tolerance. The Mongols welcomed people of different faiths. This was unusual for that time. This tolerance helped the Mongols maintain peace and order in their diverse empire. The Yasa Code also emphasized loyalty, obedience, and meritocracy. This meant that people were rewarded based on their skills and achievements, not their social status. Section 5. Pax Mongolica, a time of peace and trade. The Mongol conquests led to a period of relative peace and stability across much of Asia and Europe. This period, known as Pax Mongolica, lasted for about a century. During this time, trade flourished. The Silk Road, which connected east to west, was revitalized under Mongol rule. The Mongols guaranteed safe passage for merchants and travelers. They established a kind of passport system too. This made it easier and safer to travel across the vast empire. This increased trade brought enormous wealth to the Mongol Empire. It also led to a vibrant exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. Section 6. Cultural diffusion, a world connected. The Mongol Empire played a crucial role in connecting different cultures and spreading knowledge. The Silk Road became a highway for ideas and innovations. Goods weren't the only things traveling along this route. People from different lands interacted and shared their knowledge. For example, the Mongols adopted gunpowder technology from China. They introduced it to Europe, where it eventually revolutionized warfare. Paper money, printing techniques, and astronomical knowledge also spread along the Silk Road. This exchange of knowledge and ideas during the Pax Mongolica had a lasting impact on the world. Section 7. The Empire's End, Division, and Decline. No empire lasts forever. The Mongol Empire was no exception. After Genghis Khan's death, his successors continued to expand the empire, but internal conflicts and rivalries eventually weakened it. The vast empire was divided into smaller khanates. These khanates were ruled by different descendants of Genghis Khan. They often fought amongst themselves. This internal strife weakened the empire. By the mid-14th century, the Mongol Empire began to decline. New powers emerged, challenging Mongol dominance. The Black Death, a devastating pandemic, also swept through the empire. This further weakened its power and influence. Section 8. The Mongol Legacy, Echoes in the Present. The Mongol Empire may have been short-lived, but its impact on world history is undeniable. The Mongols left a lasting legacy on the world, shaping geography, culture, and even our genes. The massive movement of people during their reign led to significant genetic mixing. Their influence is still visible in the cultural landscape of Asia and beyond. The Mongols also left a mark on our language. English words like horde and Khan are derived from Mongolian terms. The Mongols' innovative use of gunpowder changed the face of warfare forever. This invention eventually made its way to Europe. This had a profound impact on the course of European history. Section 9. Conclusion, a lasting impact. The Mongol Empire was a game-changer. It reshaped the political and cultural landscape of the world. Genghis Khan's empire connected east and west. It fostered trade, cultural exchange, and the spread of knowledge. The Mongol Empire's legacy continues to fascinate and inspire us today. It reminds us of the interconnectedness of our world and the enduring impact of cultural exchange.